you may know, I really liked last year's Today's Menu for the Emiya family, and I'm not exactly a fan of the Rising of the Shield Hero. But a few weeks ago, the latter came out with a poorly drawn manga spin-off called The Menu of the Shield Hero, following the success of the former. No word on whether it'll be animated like the 2 new seasons that got announced at Crunchyroll Expo, but it did get me to thinking about what other anime might get a spin-off teaching the viewer how to cook and showing the characters eating and having fun. And that brought me to which other anime should get a cooking spin-off. As I said in my Emiya Gohan video, plenty of anime are about food, but anime that actually focus on teaching you cooking are harder to find. Although some are both, like how Love Rice used time-lapse recipe videos for its end credits. Since there's still overlap though, I won't be using any anime about food for this, as it doesn't have that same weird spin-off feeling. So with that in mind, here are 5 anime that could probably do well to have their own cooking show. Number 5, School Live. Cooking shows usually require the viewer to go out and buy stuff they don't usually keep on hand, but most of us know what it's like to have to cook on a budget or with whatever you have in your dwindling pantry. The girls of the School Living Club survive on a combination of rations salvaged from the suspiciously prepared school and whatever canned goods they can find elsewhere. While the concept is a little silly, a show teaching you what to make when all you have are canned beans and a half-eaten bag of rice would be pretty useful, even if the reason you can't go to the store is more likely to be rough weather or a bad work schedule than, the living dead shuffling around. Besides, if they're going to keep teasing us with a season 2 and never actually make one, at least they could give us this. Number 4, Nanbaka. Nobody likes prison food, but as we all know, the sparkly Namba complex isn't your regular prison. Nanbaka has played with alternate universes before, and if the weird and random prisoners and guards added cooking to their activities, or even if we just had an episode to get into the head of line-facing prison chef Shiro, it would honestly be hilarious. It is established canon that the food at Nanba is pretty good, at least according to Rock, and we all know Nico would take the time to reference how shows like these might become the next anime fad. Not enough people watched Nanbaka, which is sad because it's a very funny show, but a person can dream. Number 3, Galaxy Angel. This was already a crack AU of the games. For you kids who don't know, that means it was a bizarre comedy in an alternate timeline, so it's prime real estate for another alternate version separate from the anime, games, and manga. Plus, with all the characters and episode titles named after food, there's really no reason to not think of Galaxy Angel. It's an older series, but considering Broccoli still sometimes goes back to make more Gigi Carrot spin-offs, it might still be a good idea. Number 2, Angels of Death. But why, you ask? After all, Angels of Death has nothing to do with food. But while that may be true, what it does have is a plethora of existing alternate universe spin-offs. We've got an official high school AU, a restaurant manga and associated mobile game, an audio drama where they're all monsters in a haunted house, and that's not even everything. With that in mind, I don't know why they wouldn't make one of these. Just as long as one of the recipes isn't Fruit Loops and cola. And finally, number 1 is Love Live. Everyone's been talking about Muse's temporary comeback for the 10th anniversary next year, and considering how beloved Love Live is, they'd make money on a show that was just the girls painting a house. Cooking would be a lot more entertaining, and it really fits with the show. You could see the recipes used at Honoka's bakery, or the characters' favorite foods, like Hanayo's rice fixation. Episodes could focus on Muse, Aqua, the 3 Nijigaseki units, and even the rival units, or at least Saint Snow, as all 3 members of Arise are busy, retired, or on mat leave. I mean, I'd watch it. I loved Today's Menu for the Emiya family, as I shared in another video this past July, and seeing more series make things like it makes me happy. I don't know if any of these ever will, or even if the trend will continue at all, but a lot of series and franchises could benefit from having something cute and fun like this. This is Secret Identity Studio, and one thing no one's going to want is an Are You Lost cooking show.